Hey guys, what's going on? It's Bruce. I hope you're doing well. So we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be doing a tutorial on the guitar solo for Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine. I just put up a full cover of this song about 2 weeks ago. I'll try to put it somewhere in here. You can check that out. I've always liked instructing. I've always liked teaching. But I've never done it in this format, so I figured I'd give it a shot and we'll see how it goes. If you guys like this kind of video and you want to see more tutorials, let me know in the comments below. Let me know some songs you want to see, and we'll just go from there. I figured I'd start with this one because, like I said, I just did a full cover of it, so it's still fresh in my mind. Anyway, let's jump right into the solo. So starting this solo off, it's going to be just kind of a pentatonic pattern. And it's got a triplet feel, so it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and it's really repetitive, so it's kind of easy to practice and get up to speed. So you're going to start at the 20th fret on the first string, pull off to 17, and then you're going to go to 20 on the second string. So. Okay, and then you're going to do 17 on the first string, 20 on the second string, 17 on the second string. So those three notes are, so those first 6 notes sound like this. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to repeat that pattern 3 times. And you're going to start it a 4th time, and then it's going to end with a bend. So we'll play it through the first 3 times. It's repeated the same way all 3 times. Okay, and then you're going to start that pattern a 4th time by playing 20 on the first string, pulling off to 17 on the first string. You're going to go back to 20 on the second string. But instead of finishing the pattern out, you're going to do a bend on the 20th fret on the second string. Okay, so that whole pattern up until the bend sounds like this. Okay. Moving on to the next pattern, it's really the same pattern, just the ending is different. So you're going to repeat that again 3 times. And then instead of going back to 20 on the first string, you're going to stay at 20 on the second string and do a pull off to 17 on the second string. And you're going to play 19 on the third string and then bend at 19 on the third string. Okay, so that pattern sounds like this. Okay, so far this is what we have. Okay, the next section is just a set of 6 triplets. It's just a descending pentatonic run, and then it ends on big vibrato note. Okay, so it's very similar to the pattern we just did. So you're going to start again, 20th fret on the first string, pull off to 17, and then 20 on the first, 20 on the second string. So your first set of 3 notes. Okay, and then you're going to do 17 on the first string, 20 on the second string, 17 on the second string. Okay, so your second set of notes. Okay, and then you're going to do 20 on the second string, pull off to 17 on the second string, and then 19 on the third string. So that's your third set of notes. So far we have this. Okay? And then you're going to do 17 on the second string, 19 on the third string, 17 on the third string. Then you're going to play 19 on the third string, pull off to 17 on the third string, and then 19 on the fourth string. And then 17 on the third string, 19 on the fourth string, 17 on the fourth string. That's your last set of triplets. And then you're going to end with big vibrato on 19 on the fourth string. Okay, so that whole pattern looks like this. All right, so the whole solo up until this point. All right, moving on to the next section. It's just a quick sweeping pattern, and it acts as a transition to the final section of the solo. So it starts at 9 on the third string, and then 10 on the second string, 8 on the first string. Remember, these are sweeps, so you're not going to pick every single note. So it's not going to be like that. You're going to kind of, it's sweeping, so you're going to kind of rake the pick down the strings, and then when you come back up the pattern, you're going to kind of rake the pick up the strings. So instead of, it'll be, okay, so we have 9, 10, 8, and then you're going to play 12 on the first string, pull off to 8 on the first string, so, and then you're going to kind of work back up the pattern and back down the pattern. So from the 8, you're going to go back up to 10, to 9 on the third string, and then back 10 on the second string, back to 8 on the first string, and 12 on the first string. So that whole pattern looks like this. So from that 12, what you want to do is slide up to 15, and then you're going to do a pull off to 12. So coming out of that pattern, here's what that slide into 15 is going to look like. And then you're going to hit the final couple of notes to finish this section out. So the final notes are 13 on the second string, 12 on the third string, and then big vibrato on 11 on the third string to finish that section out. So the whole section looks like this. Moving on to the final section of the solo, you're going to start on the third string on the 7th fret. It's going to be a tremolo pick, so you're basically just picking as fast as you can, and it's going to be a gradual bend up a full step. Okay, so then when the timing's right, you're going to release that bend and do a pull off to 5. Then you're going to play 7 on the 4th string, and then 5 on the 3rd string to finish out that little pattern. So it looks like this. and then we've got a little repeating lick a couple times to get us towards the end of the solo. So to lead into it, we're going to play 5-7 on the 3rd string, and then it's going to be a bend on the 7 on the 3rd string, 7th fret on the 3rd string. It's going to be kind of a quick, aggressive bend and release. And then you're going to do 5. I did 3 bends there just to kind of emphasize it's just one bend. And then 5 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 4th string, 5 on the 3rd string, and then you're going to repeat that pattern. Okay? And then you're going to repeat that pattern again. So on the 3rd time of that pattern, you're going to end this section. So back from the tremolo picking part. Now to end this part, you're just going to do 7 twice on the 4th string. So going from the tremolo part again, this whole section looks like this. Okay. So in there, just kind of throw some pinch harmonics around. It sounds really good just to kind of randomly throw them in. Okay, makes it sound a little more aggressive. So for the final section of the solo, it's just going to be 3 sets of triplets, and they're all hammer-ons and pull-offs, and they're all on the 3rd string. So starting on the 3rd string at the 9th fret, you'll do 9, 10, 9, and then you'll move to a 7, and you'll do 7, 9, 7. Then you move to 5 and do 5, 7, 5. And then end on 7 on the 4th string. So that whole section looks like this. You can kind of slide into the next, you can kind of slide into each triplet set. So from the 9 to the 7, from the 7 to the 5, you can kind of slide in and give it more, a little more kind of feeling. So to finish out the solo, I usually just do a pick slide on the top 2 strings, followed by a hand slide kind of somewhere in there behind it. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so that's the whole solo for Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. I hope it was easy to follow. I'm going to keep working on these. If you guys like it, if you guys have requests that songs that you want to see, full songs or just riffs or solos that you want to see, let me know and I'll work on them. Also, I think I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video that I've made tabs for this solo, which I'll put a link to in the description down below. So if you need to download them and play along with them, go for it. Alright, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this. Check out some of my other covers, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.